Hi, Derek Evans here for the Real Estate Radio Network. Today we're going to talk about how ratings work and what do they really mean. We get a lot of questions from show participants, from show hosts, trying to figure out, well, what are the ratings? How many people are listening to a specific radio station on a specific time of a specific day? Let me tell you right now, anyone who tells you anything other than this is not telling you the truth. And I'm going to prove it to you. No one knows. There is absolutely no possible way to know how many people are listening to a specific radio station at a specific time on a specific day. The technology doesn't exist. Now, you may have heard of Arbitron ratings. Arbitron is a company that creates ratings for different stations. Now, the stations need these ratings. They need it because they need to be able to sell advertising time. However, the ratings are not accurate, and even Arbitron admits that. Listen to this quote from Arbitron on the ratings for my show here in San Diego. PPM ratings are based on audience estimates and are the opinion of Arbitron and should not be relied on for precise accuracy or precise representation of a demographic or radio market. So not only are they saying that they're not accurate, but they're saying that they shouldn't even be relied on for precise representation. And the reason is because there's no way to know. They're just taking a guess. Let me give you an example of how this works. Here's what they do. Let's say there's 100,000 people in the local radio market. What they do is they give 100 people these little meters, and they wear them around, and they figure out what stations they're listening to at different times of the day. Then they take that information, since their sample was only 100 people and there's 100,000 in the town, they take that number that they get and they take everything times 1,000, which is just a guess. I mean, maybe you could say, well, that's better than nothing, but it's not right, and it shouldn't be relied upon. Look, the most important thing when you're a radio show host, you don't focus on ratings. You focus on the audience that you have and making the most of it. It doesn't matter if there's 1 million people listening. If you can't engage with that listener, if you can't get them to take action, it doesn't matter how many people are listening. On the other side, even if there's only 5 people listening to your show, even if that were true, which there's going to be hundreds in every case, but let's say there's only 5 people listening. If you're able to get 3 or 4 of those people to take action because you engaged with them, you touched them, you connected with them, then you're going to get incredible results from a consumer direct perspective. But remember, our goal is relationships, because relationships are ultimately the gift that keeps on giving. So when someone asks you about ratings, share some insight with them. Let them know from an inside perspective, ratings aren't what matters. It's effectiveness of the host that matters the most. This is Derek Evans for the Real Estate Radio Network.